I'm Brittany.
And I'm Nicole.
And we're Those Girls. Welcome to episode 11 of our podcast. Today, we are interviewing Todd Gornstein with Gornstein Law. It's nice to see you, Todd.
It's nice to see you, too.
Thanks for coming in.
You are welcome. Stereo.
That was going to start. Great.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
How's the week going?
It's going.
It's going.
Brittany's going to start us off real strong with a good story.
So.
Very controversial.
Can't wait.
And it's ended up on some local town pages, and it's been a whole thing. So I have cameras at my house, and they're just like normal. I like the cheap cameras, and so I got an alert that my side door camera had gone off, and I happened to look at it later on in the day. And someone had walked down my driveway with their dog and threw away their dog poop bag in my trash.
She has a really long driveway too.
Okay.
It's not just like it was like sitting on the street. It's like, you have to walk all the way down, go past the house to the garage to get to these barrels.
To get to it. And I live on a main road, and I don't have a sidewalk on my road.
Right.
So I'm like, what do I do? And it's Monday. It was pretty decent out on Monday, right? Temperature wise, this person, and I'm going to say person, because I couldn't tell who it was because they had a full parka on.
Nobody's come forward.
No one's come forward. Everyone on social media is telling me that it is a woman. I'm like, I don't.
So wait, tell them what you did.
So I posted it on my local town page. Hey,
the video.
Right,
the video of it. Really appreciative that this person has picked up what I'm assuming is the dog poop bag. But my question is it okay to walk down someone's driveway and throw something away because it's in the driveway? Now, within a half hour, it had 3,300 views.
I wake up to this crazy person. 7 a.m. She's texting me, blew shit up on the town page, already has 1,000 views. And I was like, it's 7:30.
It's 7 a.m.
People just woke up.
It's 7 a.m. and people are it's literally gone from how dare someone walk down your driveway to literally someone said, well, we don't own the barrels, the town does. And I was like,
she's a brand new nemesis in town. We won't name the name.
Right.
You got in a real fight with one of the guys.
Oh, him and I.
They're gonna burn her at the stake.
Right.
We were in town politics together. Him and I can go round and round all day long.
So, what are the legal implications, sir?
Super glad someone picked up the dog shit. Super appreciative I can step in it. However.
Yeah. So, where was it? Was it on your property?
I don't know. She must have been walking because she didn't show up. And that's the other thing. I have a front camera too. She didn't show up on my front camera. So I don't think she came from
Maybe it was a side winder.
Right.
Cross multiple yards, perhaps.
Right. Exactly.
Double trespassing.
Right.
Is it trespassing?
So basically, with regard to taking a bag of crap and putting it in your can, okay, which you don't own, okay.
I don't own.
You do not own it, okay. However, there's two issues, right? So she can't be on your property,
okay,
right? So she's trespassing, and I think that, obviously nothing's going to happen from the event that took place,
right?
However, she could probably be prevented from being on your property again. That would be number one. Number two, with regard to just throwing something in your can, which is not your can.
I've probably done it before, walking down the street. If it's on the street.
If it's on the street, I have no problem with it.
Right.
As long as the trash hasn't been taken out.
It's also poop.
Right. So so it's literally crap. No one wants to deal with it, right? So I think that, trash is basically abandoned. And when it's at the end of your driveway, although it's on your property, and that is trespassing, once you put it out
to the open
and abandon that property, people can come by and look for cans
and
things like that. So there's a fine line of, was she doing anything wrong? Walking across your property and setting off
my camera,
your blinks, that is a problem. You can't be on your property.
Right.
I wonder who it was.
I don't know who it was.
But you probably could be walking down the street and just do, Michael Jordan and slam dunk it into the can.
Right.
You probably can without, any repercussions.
And I don't care that this person, I don't. Like if it was at the end of my driveway, like this wouldn't be a conversation at all.
I understand. And that's what I was getting at.
I think it comes down to like, what if my child was in the backyard? What if, because this person literally had to go to my backyard almost. Not that I keep my trash in my backyard. I don't. But like,
no, but 100%. And then what you're saying is that is what we were talking about,
like
the sidewinder effect.
Right.
If this person was sort of strolling through half backyards or side yards, it's not okay.
Right.
And you can walk down the street and slam dunk a thing into a trash. Right. But don't be walking around my yard. That's not okay.
Exactly.
So
that's not okay.
Lady with the white dog, if you're out there, this is your chance to come forward. You can message Brittany, you can apologize, and this can all go away.
No, I don't really care that much. Right. But thank you for the entertainment on social media. I really enjoyed it for a few days. Found out my biggest excitement out of it was we had gone through like 300 comments within like an hour and a half. It was massive. And I went to turn commenting off.
Yeah.
And this person or one of the admins responded in the thing and was like, we don't turn commenting off. It stays on.
Oh.
No censorship, Brittany.
None whatsoever.
We don't want censorship.
So I ended up deleting.
We've already been censored and 14 people watch this.
Right. But I ended up deleting the post and then moving it to TikTok.
There you go.
So now it's
Fair
on TikTok.
So you'll be on TikTok until it gets banned, if it ever does.
Right.
Which TikTok loves. But anyway.
So thank you for your legal
You're
advice.
welcome.
I
think that was a good start.
Yeah.
With that being said,
and that has to do with real estate as well. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So you do real estate law.
I do. That's what I concentrate in.
Perfect. How long have you been doing it?
So yeah, I've been practicing since 95.
Okay.
Yeah. And doing real estate probably since 98. So
what'd you do prior to real estate law?
I figured you'd ask.
Oh, of course.
So when I got out of school, which was in 95, 94, passed the bar exam and didn't know what to do. So I was a prosecutor. So,
okay.
So I worked in the Plymouth County DA's office with a friend of mine who was the DA at the time, Michael Sullivan. And I did that for a short period of time until that got old quick.
Right.
And I just couldn't do that anymore and went into private practice immediately about 6 months later and been doing it ever since.
Here you are.
Yeah, here I am 28 years later.
That's awesome.
Craziness.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
Time flies in this industry.
It sure does. It sure does. And it's it has been a long time. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen a lot of what we're going through right now, which we'll probably get into a little bit with Nicole. But it's what the cycles are unbelievable. So been crazy.
Cool.
So so that's what I'm doing.
So what's your
24/7?
So what's your favorite part about it and your least favorite part about it?
So my favorite part about it is, first of all, I'm not in court. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't.
You don't have to wear a suit every day.
I do not wear a suit, and everybody that knows me knows that Todd does not wear a suit.
Oh my God, I have to talk about after this the day I first met you. But keep going.
Okay, you can. So I don't wear a suit every day, but it keeps you out of court. Court puts me to bed, puts me to sleep. But what I really love about it is seeing the people's faces and the children at the conference table being like, oh my God, I got the keys. And they move in. And so the stories about the U-Hauls that are going to be pulling up any minute, we like those sometimes.
Unless it's Friday when it's a back-to-back closing.
And we can't get on record.
Right. And the seller is driving to South Carolina and we can't get a use in occupancy.
Correct. Then we don't like it. But most of the times we love that they're going to be moving in, that they're going to have that barbecue on Sunday. And those are the things that I really like about it. The things that I don't like about it are what you just mentioned, right? Where we have, emergency problems, use and occupancies, there's a dangerous condition at the property or damage, or someone didn't leave, right? They didn't take their stuff out. Like, what is that all about? And sometimes, the worst thing is that the loan fails sometimes the day of or the day before the closing.
How many times does that happen?
It's like my nightmare.
I would say in my career, I've had loans either fail between 1 to 3 days before the closing, probably 20 times. I would
Really?
say.
Knock on wood, that's never happened.
Right.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
like,
it
I've
I've
been
does.
lost
to some-
some,
Yeah.
but it's been like way in the beginning. Never.
Yeah.
If it was near the end, I think I'd be devastated.
And then I think on the
Yeah.
day of actual closing, underwriting has denied probably 3 times. I've had.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And that was due to job loss,
Right.
verification of employment.
I guess things like that do happen.
Yeah, and they're more and more now. So post COVID, the VOEs are sometimes done like the day of the closing. It's crazy.
Right.
It depends on the lender, of course. And if you don't,
That's why
know-
we have a good
Not
one.
me.
yeah, no, not, and I don't mean that,
Absolutely not.
and I don't even mean that the lender's doing it in a bad way.
Right. No.
No,
They should.
sometimes you can't get them.
It's
Yeah.
their job.
So
Yep.
I'd say on my side, and we don't talk about like, usually what's hard to get, but the
Yep.
hardest things to get are VOEs.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's previous employers and they like can't be bothered, or you
Yeah.
have to go through HR and it takes weeks and weeks and weeks. I had a situation where a woman, I think she was a nurse. I think she was a nurse, and the hospital she worked at shut down, and they literally had no system
It's like
to
no
do a
one can-
VOE anymore. And I forget how I got it, but like it took me like over a month just to get a VOE from
Yeah.
a closed place.
It is very difficult.
And then the other
sometimes.
thing's condo docs.
Yeah. Condo docs are tough. I'm doing
Condo
one right now.
associations want to sell houses and they don't want to help you get the
I don't know.
documents.
Like, where's your budget? Like, where are the meetings minutes?
Usually I
Come
end up
on.
saying to them, I'm like, do you guys want to sell
Yeah.
condos?
Yeah.
And they're like,
So-
yeah, we want to sell them. I'm like, we can't sell them unless you give me this piece of
Right.
paper.
Right.
Like,
Right. So I'm working on a purchase sale now, not to whatever. And,
Yeah.
the other lawyer wants the meeting minutes, and I'm like, I can't get them. I'm trying, and it
don't like
is
to
it's
give it.
difficult because I want them. Just give me the data
I
so
heard
that we
a-
can move
because
on.
I want them.
Like,
I heard
right,
a
I want
rumor.
them.
I heard a rumor about meeting minutes. I forget who I was talking to, that some lenders want 6 months of meeting minutes for condos now.
So the one that I'm dealing with right now is 3. So it's interesting that you said 6.
Yeah.
I think that's too much.
I thought it was
I
too
don't
much when
know
I
if
heard
I've
It's
it.
too
ever-
much. It's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
That's a lot
right. They're meeting about things maybe in the summer that are
Right.
not prevalent.
to
You
write.
know, and now
to
you're in
write
the
down.
winter. Like,
Yeah.
what do you need that for? So, I mean, the theory behind the meeting minutes is just theories about assessments. It's really what it is.
Mhm.
They don't, lawsuits and assessments. That's all anyone wants the meeting minutes for. There's nothing else to learn.
Right.
Nobody cares about the weather and about how many
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are at the meeting, and that there's 6 people in the audience. Nobody cares about that. It's, do we have any lawsuits coming, or have any of the palm trees fell down that
And
we
they
need to
need-
replace?
right.
That's it. That's all it's worried about.
Right.
That's it. So, I mean, I get it, but
So tell
know.
us about your craziest deal.
wow, there's so many.
Okay, your most
Or like a
favorite deal
favorite, or
then.
one that comes to
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
So some of my I can't give
Mhm.
specifics, but I mean, some of my favorites are sports and entertainment players.
that's
cool.
Celebrities.
Yeah.
I've had several.
Nice.
My most recent one, which he would love me to say this, so that's why I'm going to do it, is a guy by the name of Joshua Lopes. I shouldn't even say a guy; it's a youngster, and he's also, I think I told you that
You did tell me about him.
Cheeseaholic. So he is known as the Cheeseaholic. He's a YouTube sensation.
Yes.
And he's in his very early 20s, and he would be fine with me saying this.
Yeah, you're
But
promoting
he
him.
just bought a home in, maybe I won't say that, but he
Yeah.
just bought a home
You should
locally.
probably give out his address.
Yeah, no. But he bought a home locally and, for a lot of money. And he just has done unbelievable things on YouTube. And he is just, it's unbelievable. So
Super
I
cool.
was so excited to have him, and
Yeah.
we took pictures outside and we took pictures inside. And it's just exciting. I've had a couple of Celtics players. I've had
Nice.
one Patriots player. And those are like really amazing deals to work with,
Now, were they regular people?
They are legit. They are legit regular people.
That's
Their families are odd, which is the weird part, right? Their families are odd, which is the weird part. They come in fine,
Yeah.
but their families are a little different.
Huh.
Not Joshua, not Cheeseaholic, but some of the sports players' families. They're just
I'm gonna have to figure out who this guy is.
different.
We'll have to come up after.
Yeah, and
Cheeseaholic.
but yeah, I mean, it's really cool dealing with those people. They offer so many things. Then they want to offer you stuff, and they're saying thank you, and what else do you do, and what can we do together, and do you want to come to a game or some
Well,
event?
people
And-
like that, like
Cool.
you're going to be their person now.
right, so it's exciting.
That's
It's exciting. And I think I don't know what your other question was. I think it was what's the worst. I mean, the worst ones are just the ones that just legit fall apart.
I know.
You know, the sad, people potentially losing deposits and money on the line, and then I have to fight, and I'm pretty good at it, but I always have to fight, and I hate doing that.
Yeah.
But the people that know me know that, I'll step up and fight tooth and nail. So,
Right.
and that's why a lot of people actually come to me. So
That's
interesting.
awesome.
Yeah. In fact, I just had one today that called just to go on that. HUD property. It's a bid situation,
Mhm.
and I haven't worked for that agency in probably 7 months, and they have a problem. The guy bid, won, found out that the numbers don't work,
Oh no.
but he already won the bid. Supposed to close today. This is legit today, and doesn't want to buy it. And I'm like, you have to. You have to. You're done.
Or you can just lose the deposit.
Right, but
Which
it was a
is a big
significant,
deposit,
huge.
I'm assuming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Investor.
so yeah, he's an investor.
Yeah.
But he needs to work the numbers. You need to do that. And so he didn't. So we stopped it. We stopped the closing, which I had literally like an hour to do, but it took that tooth and nail thing for me to do it.
Yeah.
And I did it. And now we're gonna try to work and see what they'll do. But those are tough.
Did you go back and negotiate, or?
Well, that's what I'm going to try to do, but it's very
Yeah.
difficult because the auction people don't care. The auction
don't
sites and everything, they
Yeah.
don't care.
They don't care.
I'll just put
Right.
it back on, right?
I had one.
They no, they actually want you to go forward.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
actually like, no,
Oh,
you're
no,
buying
I know.
it,
Yeah.
But slavery is illegal, so we can't. So they're not going to make my guy do it.
That's where we're going.
But they, just
Go
like,
straight there.
people, but
Jump right in.
but people sometimes say, do I have to buy it then?
Right.
And I'm like, hold on, no, like no one's ever going to make you go sign your
Right.
papers, but you're going to lose money. And so
Yeah.
I tried to explain to him that you're not going to have to, but we're going to try to get your money back,
Right.
So we're working on that. So we'll see what happens.
People worry about that with me a lot, signing, the 1003,
Yeah.
which is the application, people know.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they think that that's locking them, like committing them. I said, you know what? The deposit part's not me. I said, but on my side, you can back out at the last second if you want, and you're going to get all of your money back.
Sure. It's all disclosure.
And when you like assure people of that, they're like, oh, because people get very like weary about signing stuff.
Wait,
and
so then you make me the bad guy when I'm like, okay, so you're gonna lose all your money if we get to this point.
legally, they get all of their money back. Not the deposits, but like things that they paid for.
Oh, like application fee or something
just
like that.
things that they had to pay for up front. Except for appraisal.
Appraisal.
Let's not start fact checking me.
Moving
on.
on.
The show.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So
I'm really good at my job.
But she's really good. No, I just
So
want to
true.
make sure that I'm not like contradicting what anyone's saying, because like I've been in the industry for such a long
Yeah.
time and things change all the time. So like, wait a minute, am I going to learn something
Right,
here?
right,
Am I
right.
saying something? Not that either of you are doing something.
No.
I was like, oh, what am I going to learn?
No, but as a
Um,
lender, that's a good practice, right? If you're collecting any kind of fee, I mean, besides appraisal,
Yep.
which is
Right.
a third party
And
service.
I think even then, sometimes the appraisers give half of it back. But anyway,
Yeah,
right.
there's
Or
always,
even,
there's
even
always
lenders
loopholes.
sometimes,
Yep.
not to put words in your mouth, sometimes contribute. They're like,
right.
I feel bad. We're going to move on to
Absolutely.
another deal, but,
Right.
yeah. Or credit for the next
Yep.
time,
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
So what about marketing? This is kind of how I met you. We'll talk
Yeah.
about marketing because we all love marketing.
Mhm.
But
So,
I
yeah.
walked into Todd's office, and it's when I was doing.
You like to walk into
This is
people's
how I
office-
meet all my people, and it really works. Like you don't think it works, but pounding pavement is annoying. And if you talk to 100 people, I'm gonna get you 2 out of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's not.
Right.
It's
And
doesn't
we're like forever.
forever.
Yeah. But it's like
Um,
boots on the ground.
Yeah,
It's
and it
the-
takes a
that's
lot of
how it is,
time.
yeah.
But like I did my little hot. It was the hot sauce one. I did
Yeah.
For summer.
Ooh,
And
Yeah, it was
I didn't get one of those.
Oh, it was so
I'm
good.
already in the
You were
the
in.
pool.
Yeah,
It
you
was
don't,
actually so
you don't
good.
get my treats. I'll plug him. It's Sweet Mama's
Sweet
hot
Mama's
sauce.
hot
He did
sauce.
little
Yeah.
tiny bottles for me.
I kept them in my desk drawer.
I have more.
I used to open it and drink it. It was crazy. I used to drink it right out of the bottle. I was like, this is amazing. Nicole brought this. Is fantastic.
So yeah, and I forget what I wrote on it. Like,
Yeah, I don't
the market's
remember.
hot or something.
Yeah, something
something
like
to do
that,
with
yeah.
hot because it was summertime.
Yeah.
But I walked in and you had on your, I think they were like snakeskin boots.
No, I don't have snakeskin. It was
You have
something
boots.
else.
You have cowboy
I
boots.
do have cowboy boots.
You know, I
It
love your
it
style.
was
Like
something-
I'm
you're
really
very
shocked
stylish.
you didn't have cowboy boots on today.
No, not today.
So I walked in and I was like, all right, this guy's gonna be like, this is gonna be great.
That's so funny.
And I was with my other friend Chris.
Yeah.
who I worked
So
with
we
at
started
Stonegate.
talking.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great.
Yeah,
that
and
was
here we are.
fabulous, you know,
Yeah.
and that's just the kind of guy I am. And you know, it's funny because this whole thing comes from my grandfather, who always said he was in business in New England many years ago. We had retail stores, and he always said he used to come to my office. Yeah, Papa, what do you need? Because I'm doing stuff.
Doing something.
Right. So he's like, I have coupons. I'm like, coupons? What do you? He's like, yeah, Stop and Shop for
I
here's
love
free
that.
bananas. I'm like, oh, geez, tuna sandwich. I'm like, okay. And then he would walk out and he would say, well, he says, make sure you treat everybody the way you wish to be treated, and you're going to do just fine.
That's amazing.
You know,
That's
and he used to
cool.
always say that. So that's just my attitude. You
Yeah.
know, that's my philosophy.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's the same thing with clothing. Like I'll wear a suit if I need it, of course,
Right.
to be respectful. But if not, I'm the same as everybody else. That's what I tell them at the closing table. They're like, oh, attorney, oh boy. And I'm like, no. I just went to school.
Right.
I got a degree. You could have too. You didn't, but that's okay. But we're the same, you know?
Right.
And people just love it. They're
So,
just
like,
this is awesome.
Yeah,
For
people-
me, when I first meet you, you get me with makeup on. You get, you know, by the third, fourth, fifth show. By the time we get to home inspection, I barely put a bra on.
Oh God.
By the time we get to
Okay.
and then I dress back up for the closing.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
in jeans.
Bring it
and-
back in.
But
Bring
like,
it back up.
yeah, like, okay, we've gone full circle here. Because
Right.
we, you know, for all of our perspectives in the industry, like there's so many highs and so many
Yeah.
lows.
Yeah.
Like you just can't be on all the time.
can't,
You
you
just can't.
You can't. And that's not you anyway, right?
Right.
Or her or me.
Right.
We're regular
People.
personable, want to be a friend too.
Right.
And you asked about marketing. So it's funny because that's
Yeah.
how you came in. And what I was going to tell you is that mine was always, I mean, back in the day, it was always print media. I used to go in the Suburban Shop or the Stoughton Penny Saver, these little
Ooh,
magazines.
yeah.
these little thing-
The real estate book.
Yeah,
the little one.
the real estate book.
Yeah.
I went in a few times. I don't do any of that anymore. So it's basically Facebook, which I know is interesting.
Mhm.
Facebook paid, of course, paid
Yeah.
ads. And I do video, you know, I do some marketing video, not of me, but just logo stuff and word of mouth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Word of mouth. And I would say that if you did a percentage, my word of mouth's like 95%.
That's awesome.
It's just word of mouth. I don't advertise,
Yeah.
you know? I know it's a weird marketing tool,
No,
but that's really what it is.
And it's also shows like you've been able to get to that point.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
like
it
when
is.
you're that deep in the business,
Yep.
that should be what.
Yeah, that's
That is what
everyone's
it is.
goal.
Referring you.
That's
Yeah.
everyone's goal.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean,
When
sometimes,
did we get to do that?
sometimes I hate the word of mouth being
I'm like a
call
baby
Todd,
in
you
it.
have a problem, you know?
Right.
How about call me when there's no problem too?
Right.
You know what
Hey,
I mean?
you know,
Yeah.
can you invite me to Thanksgiving dinner instead of, oh,
right,
you know, the
right.
furnace doesn't work
Right,
today.
right. Or there's a deposit at risk tomorrow night. Like, can we fix that?
Right.
But or like the HUD deal today. Can you stop that? You know?
Right.
So, but yeah, it's a lot of word of mouth, you know. But I mean, Facebook is good, you know. I mean, I know it's an
Facebook's fun.
interesting, but you know, you just put your.
You gotta get on
ads-
those town groups.
Yeah,
You're
town
really
groups
talked
are
about
good.
if you get on those town groups.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
Especially if you ask about poop.
steer away from the crap. But yeah, but yeah, no,
Um,
it's good. It's good.
So what else do you do? Unlaw related. What's your
Yeah,
fun?
when you're not.
What's your
Wow.
fun things?
Wow. So anybody that knows real estate attorneys knows that this is what we do. We live. I mean, y'all too, but we live for
Yeah.
real estate. You know, my job is basically 24/7, aside from not sleeping. People get upset. Why do you answer your phone after 5:00? I mean, the whole thing. But if you had to
Wait,
ask,
but you do answer your phone after 5
Yeah, I do,
o'clock.
I do.
Okay, right.
but
Okay.
people, your friends,
Your friends,
or
your family, nobody
significant
gets it.
others,
No one
or your
understands
Nobody
it.
gets
your
it.
girlfriend or whatever, my boyfriend, they're like, what
Oh, I don't
what
even.
are you doing?
No,
Why are
nobody
you
knows
No.
what. My family still calls me the bartender.
Right.
My daughter thinks I'm a real estate agent, and I explained to her what mortgages were, and she goes, "I'm just gonna say real estate agent. It's easier."
Yeah. It's crazy,
And
but
I'm like, you know what? You can tell all your friends' parents, and I'm a real estate agent, and then send them to me, and I'll
Right,
send them to the real estate agent. It still
Yeah,
works.
yeah,
It
yeah.
all works, but
Yeah. Oh,
Industry
come out.
correct.
she has no idea what I do.
yeah. So, you know, it's very hard for us to have any kind of life. I
Mhm.
mean, but if you had to ask, what do I do? I mean, I like cars.
Oh yeah, you're the
everybody
car guy.
knows me likes cars. I collect them. I like skiing, which I haven't done very much, but I like skiing and I like travel. So those are the
So
three
you
things.
travel a lot.
I go down to Florida
Yeah.
a lot because I grew up there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was born in Brockton, you
Okay.
know, and I lived in Sharon growing up
Okay.
and moved around. But when I was younger, my parents kind of separated, so we moved to Florida. I did all my schooling down there,
Oh.
and then I moved back here, which I don't know
Yeah,
why I
like
did that.
we did the
You guys
same,
are
the
the
same,
same, yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah, so-
Although Florida's too hot for me.
Yeah, so it was too hot for me. I'm kind of not the skin type for Florida. And I'm not going to lie, when I was young,
I'm not the skin.
I don't know how else to explain it. My complexion was not perfect for
Slavery.
Florida. Can you really?
The lotion's in the basket.
Oh my God. And anyway, no. So I didn't like it growing up. It was too hot.
Right.
The sun killed me. My friends are like, let's go to the beach. And I'm like, I
I'm a
got
pool
jeans
person.
on. I got jeans on, So I moved. I moved back. Went to law school and I've been here ever since. So but I love Florida, back to the original thing, traveling, and I have a house in Clearwater, so I go back and forth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, are you licensed in Florida as
No.
well?
No, I'm not.
No, just licensed here.
No, but I'm currently working on doing that, getting a
Oh,
title
cool.
license
Nice.
so that we
Mhm.
can conduct closings down there as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's kind of the next plan. Yeah.
Nice. Next
We're
phase.
expanding. I
A
love
little
it.
bit, not crazy because of the
Right.
market, what it's doing, but I at least want to be able to offer, if someone does have a closing in Florida, I can do it.
And it's I think it's a really cool tactic because we have so much of an influx, I think, of people going back and forth.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
people kind of are secular, kind of like we are in that.
Yeah.
Whereas they go down, they like it, they don't like it, they come
Right.
back, those types of things. So being able to
Right.
help in both areas.
Yeah, even if they're not going for primary, people
Yeah.
are buying. I mean, right
Right.
now, the hottest thing is the Fort Myers area,
Mhm.
Sanibel Island. People are buying. People are flying.
They were
to buy.
buying it up before the hurricane
Right.
was out.
Right.
Like I was seeing things
Right.
on Zillow,
Yeah,
before, but like mid hurricane, there
Yeah.
were photos,
Yeah.
and right after,
Yeah.
and people are.
So that's a whole thing. So
Yeah.
how long will that last? I don't know, but
There's only so much real estate.
Right, there's only so much there, right? But it is interesting, and I
Yeah.
want to, and so I'm looking to do that. So it's probably a summer.
That's really
Good to know.
cool.
Goal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else? Anything else big coming up this year?
Right now we're just hoping for market changes, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing will be, oh my God,
Please.
something happened with the market, right?
We're praying.
So we're hoping for inventory. We're hoping for spring market to be an interesting thing, not
That
a
is
bad
not.
thing.
That is not 5 million people for one house, and
Right. Right. I mean, one of the agents out of Keller Williams Easton, I just saw he had 39 offers,
Mhm.
on his desk for one property. And I guess
Yeah.
it's going to be on Fox 25, I guess. But, I mean, we can't have that. It can't
No,
happen.
it's crazy.
And, it is, and it's fine. And congratulations on that.
Right,
But we can't have that because that's not really what the good market is. So we're hoping for good changes. The goal is to something switches a little
Yeah.
and that we have
Right.
a better summer or spring, summer, and fall. But we need some movement on interest rates, right? Obviously, you can talk to that, but I mean, I saw
It's
something.
not my
yesterday-
fault.
I saw something. No, but I did see
No,
something in the Wall Street Journal yesterday that said it dropped
They
a
did.
quarter point. Is
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they went
true?
down a 0.5 on Monday.
That's fantastic.
Something.
That's
So we're like
fabulous.
back around 6,
Right.
Which
Well,
which is we'll take.
which is
people are
Yep.
willing. I think people are willing to do things at 6.
yeah. I wouldn't.
6
I don't
sounds
know
better
that.
than 7.
Right.
Yeah, 6 is definitely better than 7.
And when I tell people a little bit of a tactic I've used is like telling people that are newer how high they got last year and now where we are. And it kind of puts in perspective, like, oh, it is getting better. Like new people that don't know.
That's really good.
And I will say in the past couple weeks, I've definitely got more action with agents sending me, hey, this person's going to buy in a month. This person's going to buy in 2 months, new pre-approvals. So
Yeah, that's
it's starting.
fantastic.
It's starting.
Good. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. I mean, it's been difficult. I mean, for me too.
No, it's been
I'm the last lawyer, real
nitty-gritty.
estate guy to be like, oh, I'm still busy. Like I'm the last guy. I just say, nope, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I think it just is a matter of saying we're available.
Yeah.
People that put this perspective of like, oh my God, I'm so busy, or oh my God, the market's so good, or blah, 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 blah. Like it inflates what is actually happening. And so it takes away from,
100%.
what we're actually doing day to day.
Right.
I agree completely. And, you see it everywhere,
Right.
people try to inflate what's going on, like on Facebook or wherever,
Right.
look at how much I'm doing. No, you're not really.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It is great if you are. It's fantastic.
I got
But
nothing against it.
we're all, we all hope it changes.
We wish it
a
was
little bit.
us.
Right. Right.
So Todd,
It's not me. So,
so if people are looking for you
Yes.
to do business with you or to look at all of your amazing cars you have,
No, I
Um,
don't show my card.
I know.
Actually, I show one, but that's it. But go ahead.
But how can they get in touch with you?
So, I mean, the easiest, I know I won't get my sellout on this,
No.
but the easiest way is I have email.
Okay.
I do have Instagram.
Okay.
That is another way that people can get in touch with me. I do it a little personal and business on Instagram. Facebook is probably is a really amazing way too. I also have a business page there. So my email, I mean, I guess I can give it.
Yeah, whatever you want to, whatever you're
write
comfortable
it down, but it's Todd G, TODDG at GornsteinLaw.com, all one word. And that's really the best way. Just reach out, be like, I read every single email.
Perfect.
And from there, then cell phones are given out, and then you have me, but.
And they can call you once you give out your cell phone number at 11, 12,
Yeah,
1 in the morning. Doesn't matter. You're gonna.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I don't.
Doesn't matter.
I just kind of
Always
live by
answer.
myself. So me and my bird.
Me,
I have a bird.
cats.
I have a bird.
You have a bird?
You two
I have
are
two
like
birds.
2 peas in a pod.
Wait a second. What? What kind of bird? Real
The
quick.
parakeet.
Oh no, sorry. differently.
They're
But,
bitches.
but that's nice.
What are your birds?
I have one bird. It's a parrot. He's a yellow nape Amazon.
like a big
Ooh.
parrot.
Yeah, he's a big parrot.
Oh, we have to come see him.
Yeah, he's really cool.
I just invited
He's
us
green.
over.
I know you did.
I
You
want to
did.
come see the bird.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So he's green with a yellow nape on his head, and he's a
Ooh.
parrot. And he's
Does he talk?
He does.
What's his
Well,
name?
I'm sorry.
What's her name?
Her name is Boomer.
Okay.
Boomer?
Yep.
Okay.
And she's 33 years old.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
So birds really just live forever.
So
Yeah.
parrots, generally from the stage of the Amazon parrots, the green ones that you see, and up to the bigger, can live to 80 years in captivity.
Jeez,
However-
I don't
So
want
how
to
do
live
you
that long.
will that bird?
Well, you,
I don't
well,
want
no,
to
it's
live
not
that
how
long.
do you. You do. That's what you do. So you have to will them to your children.
And
But
your children signed up to take the bird.
oh, they love them. They love
Okay.
her. But most of the time, unfortunately, they pass because they get colds or they bite
Yeah.
themselves or their wings get. The birds have a lot of problems.
Right.
But Boomer doesn't for some
Great.
reason. So Boomer's good.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I love
Wow.
Boomer.
Todd, thanks so much
Yeah,
for coming
this
and
was so
hanging
fun.
out with us. We
Yeah,
appreciate
this is
it.
awesome. I had a great time.
Good,
Thank
good, good.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
episode 11 down. We're going to do that.
Wait, is it down? Is that what it is? Down. Okay. Episode 11. Down.
Down.
Okay. Wait. Down.
Todd
and then back
is
up again.
signing us out.
Signing off.
All right. I like that. Everyone have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.